Hello, it's Ziggy with episode 2 of May 2020 monthly YouTube sports card content review. Episode 2, I'm going to cover 5 content providers that I've been following this last month on YouTube. I'll start with High Upside Show. High Upside Show, I met Keenan, I think, first through the SCI Facebook group. And he told me a little bit about his channel. I also think I might have heard his podcast. I think he started as a podcast in the beginning, doing really well with over 566 subscribers. I like his approach to the hobby. He's not sitting there ripping packs and stuff for you and hyping stuff up. He's talking about, he has 2 jobs. I think he's a photographer and he is a sports card flipper. And he talks about some of the buys. I think he's good. He doesn't give away. He's not sitting there just hyping up stuff. He talks about real live examples of cards he's bought, how he sold them, what he recommends, how to watch for different prospects, what rookies he likes. So big fan of the High Upside Show. Do recommend checking him out. Give him a subscribe. I do think we're going to see a lot of growth with him, especially when the NBA comes back and the playoffs take off. I'm looking forward to see his show take off. Like I said, it's only been around a few months. Most of these content providers, I'll point out if they've been around longer than an obvious year or so. Hobby Hotline, another new provider in the sports card content. What I like about Hobby Hotline, this is a group of guys. I could pull, I'm not going to show a video, but 3 guys running the show, and they pull in interviews or people dial in or call them, and they do conversations, ask questions, answer stuff. Very conversational, friendly group. I listened to them when they had the interview with Tracy Hackler, who is over at Panini. I wanted to listen in. I asked questions. They passed questions on. I thought that was great. Big fan of Hobby Hotline. When you look at the connections these guys have had, some interviews and conversations, I'm surprised they don't have more subscribers yet. I think you're going to see these guys take off. One of the most popular groups, although still small in subscriptions, guys, so reach out to House of Jordan. We just broke the 1,000 subscriber mark. I think these guys are, in my opinion, probably the best produced social media I've seen. And what I mean by that is they have 3 people, Chris, Kevin, and Christina, and they talk about sports cards and they give their explanation. They do a very good job of managing the mic. I think these guys have had a podcast for a long time, and they just took that show to YouTube, and I like their YouTube show. They also have Christina's Corner, which is an interview that she does on Tuesdays, which I believe are released, or maybe they're released on Thursdays. I forget, but you can check them out on the time. But great content. They, you can check these guys out. Only 1,000 subscribers. What I like about these guys as well, so you can listen to the podcast they release on the weekend, and if you missed that, they release blurbs, little clips, right? Like hoarding habits, spending $1 million in sports cards. They release these little clips during the week, so you can digest the content pretty easily. So, like I said, very well produced product here, House of Jordan. My only knock is I wish they did live interviews. I don't like the fact they're recorded. Next one I'll show is Pack Geeks. Pack Geeks has been around for quite a while. Pack Geeks is in the category that I put as far as they're kind of just a fun to watch. My kids like things like Pack Geeks. This guy's hyping up his pack when he opens and rips. Yeah, a couple of years. I think it's like two plus years, Pack Geeks. Over 2,000 subscribers. I will mention Pack Geeks and House of Jordan are both part of the same bench warmers network or something like that, bench clearers network. I like Pack Geeks. It's fun. I don't learn a lot on Pack Geeks, where I'm like, oh, I didn't know something because I was watching Pack Geeks and they taught me something. They're more just fun to kind of watch and see what they get. But again, I will be tracking them and see how they do as far as growing subscriptions. Filmington. Filmington is relatively new in the sense of sports card content. Over 4,000 subscribers. He's been around for just over a year, I believe now. His videos have definitely got more professional as the years kind of progressed. Great. He's great in front of the camera. I really enjoy listening to him. What I like him for is he focuses on baseball, and it's really good at baseball. He talks about, identifying, like right here, identifying true rookies, like which card is the true rookie. He gives a great history of that. He's very open on his live. I think he does some live. I might be wrong, but I want to say he did some live stuff where he answers questions, or maybe I've seen it in some interviews. But really like Filmington. Again, very baseball focused. He does have this pack that subscribers can buy, which is basically he breaks up boxes, hobby boxes, puts one pack in each box, and you can buy a box and you get a bunch of packs open. It's kind of neat because I like what he's doing with it. It's not a repack product because I do not like repack products, but it's an interesting spin. So let me see. I think those were our 5 that I'm going to cover in this episode two of the monthly May 2020 YouTube sports card content review. Again, we had the High Upside show, basketball related content, the Hobby Hotline with some interviews and call-in conversations, House of Jordan, great show, well produced, lots of detailed information, reports, Pat Geeks following kind of what's going hot as far as opening packs and chasing products, retail, Filmington, baseball card expert. That's Ziggy now. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, please please subscribe, and please ring the bell. Have a great day. How do I stop? There it is.